Exodus chapter 3 verses 11 to 15. Moses at the age of 40 he thought he could deliver the people from the slavery in Egypt, but he failed. At the age of 80, after spending 40 years shepherding in the Sinai desert, God called him to do the same. So let us examine the excuses of Moses.
Excuse 1. I'm nobody. Reference 11th and 12th verse. Maybe when God said, Moses, I'm sending you, Moses said, who, me? Maybe at the age of 40, Moses had felt this task as adequate and anxious and was well equipped. But at the age of 80, Moses felt completely inadequate for this.
Put yourself in Moses. Think for a minute. What would you be thinking? What would be the first thing that would come out of your mouth? I suspect all of us will come out with excuses one after the other. It wouldn't take us long time to come up with a long list of reasons why we are the wrong person to be sent on that mission.
At 80, Moses didn't feel up to take any task. He had committed a murder at 40 and he had to face the consequences of 40 years in desert. Those years in the desert, coupled with the guilt he felt, made him feel inadequate to do any task. Do you hear in the question, who am I? But God promised Moses in the verse 12, which says, I will be with you. When God said, I'm sending you to Pharaoh, Moses got the wrong idea. He thought God wanted him to deliver Israel. Wrong. God was going to deliver Israel. He was simply going to use Moses to do it. Moses would be a tool in God's hand. God could have used a variety of tools for the task. He didn't need Moses. He chose to use Moses. He could have sent an angel. He could have placed a burning bush or a smoking pyramid smack in the middle of the Egypt and spoke to the Pharaoh directly. God doesn't need us. He chooses to use us. He invites us to join him in his work.
Now we'll just go through what happens in our day-to-day lives. Sometimes we bear fruit and at other times we are dormant. But we are still alive and God is still working in us and through us. What's behind all this? Fear. Fear is one of the dominant limiting inhibitors of our life.
God who called him and God who was with him, then no obstacle, no impediment could stand against him. God is greater.
God is saying to you or to me today, what's in your hand? What are my gifts? What are my strengths? Don't get sidetracked with what are my weaknesses or inabilities or limitations.
Friends, here that's why it's true. If in your own strength you could accomplish the mission of God that is placed out there for you, you probably don't have a grand vision.
And that is the crux, the matter of excuses. Anytime we offer excuses, whether it's not coming to church, not serving a position, not witnessing someone, or simply not doing what God says, we are ultimately not submitting to His Lordship. Just as God called Moses, He is calling each one of us to service and obedience. Every time Moses offered an excuse, God answered. Next time, don't offer God an excuse, offer Him your obedience.